Rab explains it all. Math, chem, physics never fall. Subscribe and learn. Ace every test, so Rab explains it best.
Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about matrices, and this video is only an introduction. In this chapter we are going to have more videos about these topics, but anyway, in this video we are going to talk about the simple concepts and definitions that we have in this chapter, and after that we are going to learn how to add and subtract two matrices, and finally how to multiply a number to a matrix. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into today's lesson. The first thing that we are going to talk about, that is the concept of matrix. It is not definitely the thing that Andrew Tate talks about it. I want to be out of the matrix. The matrix put me behind bars. What does it mean, a matrix? A matrix is a useful way for organizing data and information into columns and rows, and all the information must be written inside the square brackets or parentheses. For example, here we have a matrix and we want to give a meaning to this matrix. I'm gonna assign the first row for store 1. I'm gonna write it with st1, and the second row for st2, and this is gonna be the first item, second item, third item. And now I want to find the meaning of this matrix. What does it mean? It means the first store, which is store 1, first row, has sold 10 of first item, 8 of second item, and finally has sold 6 of third item. And the second store has sold 12 of first item, 5 of second item, and 8 of third item. So every matrix can have a meaning. Here we have a table with 3 columns and 3 rows. In the first column we have number of students who got grade A in physics, chemistry, and math, and here we have different schools, first school, second school, and third school. The question says make a matrix for this table. Okay, how many rows do I have? As you can see, I have 3 rows for 3 schools. Okay, this is gonna be the first row, which belongs to school 1, second row, which belongs to school 2, and third row, which belongs to school 3. I'm gonna have 3 columns: physics, number of students who got A in physics, chemistry, and math. Or okay, in the first school 10 students got A in physics, so I'm gonna write 10 here, 4 in chemistry for the school 1, and 6 in math. And for the school 2 I'm gonna have 6, 9, and 12. And for the last school, which is the third one, I'm gonna have 5, 6, and 2. Okay, I made a matrix for this example really easily. Another concept that you need to learn is order of a matrix. What does it mean, order of a matrix? Order of a matrix shows number of rows and columns in a matrix. And how are we going to show that? Number of rows will be, and after that we are going to have multiplication sign, and after that we are going to have number of columns. Okay, look at the first one. In the first one we have 2 rows, and we have, so it's gonna be first row, second row, first column, second column, third column, fourth column. So order is gonna be 2 by 4, and we can show it by A because the name of this matrix is A, and at the bottom of it I'm going to write 2 by 4. It means in the matrix A I have 2 rows and 4 columns. What about this one? How many rows do I have? I have 1, 2, and 3 rows and only 1 column. So the order of this one will be 3 by 1, and I can write B 3 by 1. This is the way that I show the order of a matrix. Here, how many rows do I have? 1. How many columns do I have? 1. So I can write A 1 by 1 because the name of this matrix is A. And here I have 1 row and 1, 2, 3 columns. So I'm going to write the order like B 1 by 3. I have 2 rows in this one and I have 3 columns. So I'm going to show it the 2 by 3. This is the way that we show and identify the order of a matrix. How can we find an element of a matrix? The question is going to give you a matrix like this, and it says, what is A23? First of all, when we call about elements, we usually show that with the lowercase. Okay, we usually show that there is no strict rule for this. So sometimes you can see this like capital A23. But usually it is more common to show that with lowercase when we talk about element. And this time there is no multiplication sign between them. Why? Because the multiplication sign is related to the order. And here we are not talking about the order. The first number shows the row. It means our element in the second row. So this is going to be the second row. And in which column? So it's going to be the row. And in the third column. So this is going to be the first column, second column, and third column. Okay, I'm going to draw a line from these rows and columns. They are going to intersect here. So the desired element is 7. And here, 1 and 2, it means the element which is located in the first row here, and in the second column, it's going to be here. So it's going to be 6, 2, 2. It means in the second row and in the second column. If I continue this, I will realize that it's talking about 18. And A14, it means the element which is located, which is placed in the first row and fourth column. It's going to be here. It's going to be 17. And 1, 1, it's going to be here, which is 12. Here again, we have another matrix and we want to find these elements. 2 and 3, it means the first number shows the row and the second number shows the number of the column. So second row is going to be here. Let me specify the numbers of rows and columns. 2, 3. Second row is going to be here. And third column is going to be here. So this one is going to be 9, 1 and 3. It means in the first row and in the third column is going to be 126 to 1 in the second row. And in the first column is going to be 11. 1, 2, it means in the first row and the second column is going to be 19. Here we want to talk about equality of matrices. What does it mean? When two matrices are equal to each other. Here we have two conditions that both of them must be fulfilled at the same time. First of all, they must have same order. It means they must have same number of rows and columns. Second of all, corresponding elements must be equal. Look at these two matrices. First of all, let's talk about the order. We must check if the order of both of them are the same or not. Here in the first one, the order is 2 by 1 because we have 2 rows and 1 column. And in the second one, 2 by 1 as well. So we do not have any problem with the first condition. Let's talk about the second condition. Corresponding elements must be equal. Look at the first element. This is 4 and this is 24 over 6. You may think, no, they are different. But if you simplify that, you will realize that 24 over 6 is equal to 4. So these two elements are equal with each other and both of these elements are 1. So these two matrices are equal to each other. Look at this one. We want to check if they are equal to each other or not. First, let's check the order. This one is 2 by 2, but this one is 2 by 3. So the first condition is not going to be fulfilled, and these two matrices are not equal to each other. You might think to yourself, but some of the elements are equal to each other. Okay, but was it one of the conditions? If some of the elements are equal to each other, then falan, no. You must fulfill both of the conditions. Look at this one. First, let's talk about the order. The order of this one is 3 by 1, and the order of this one is 3 by 1 as well. So we do not have any problem with the first condition. Corresponding elements must be equal to each other. Here we have 10, okay, 15, okay. But look at the last element, they are not equal to each other. So these two matrices are not equal to each other. Here we are going to learn how to add and subtract matrices. First of all, you can only add or subtract matrices that they have same order. And it is really easy. You must only add or subtract corresponding elements. Look at these two matrices that we want to add them together. First of all, if you check, you will realize that the order of both of them are 2 by 2. And both of them have same order. Now we can realize that we can add them with each other. So we are going to draw another matrix, and as I told you before, you must add corresponding elements. This is the first element, which is located in the first column and first row, and the corresponding element will be this one. So I must add these two, 4 plus 2, and these two, 1 plus 6, 8 plus 11, and 9 plus half. If I simplify that, I'm gonna write it here. 4 plus 2 is gonna be 6. 1 plus 6 is gonna be 7. It's going to be 19. And finally, it's going to be 9 point half. Really easy. Here we have two matrices and we want to subtract them. I told you, you must subtract corresponding elements. Okay? The corresponding of this element in the next matrix is this one. So what am I going to have? I'm going to have 10 minus 5. Here I'm going to have 7 and 10. So I'm going to have 7 minus 10. For this one, I'm going to have 11 minus 15 and 8 minus 9. For this one, I'm going to have 9 minus 12, 13 minus 5, 18 minus 20, and 1 minus 5. You can even do this operation in your mind and simplify it in one step, but I'm going to, because I want to teach you, I'm going to do this subtraction in 2 steps. For the third row, I'm going to have 2 minus 7, 3 minus 3, 11 minus 11, and 8 minus 12. What am I going to have? If I simplify this one, 10 minus 5, I'm going to have 5. If I simplify this one, I'm going to have negative 3. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to have minus 4 and minus 1. Here I'm going to have minus 3. Here I'm going to have 8. Here I'm going to have minus 2 and minus 4. Here I have minus 5, 0, 0, and minus 4. And this is the answer of this example. Now we want to subtract these two matrices. I told you, you must subtract corresponding elements. So this one minus this one. 5 minus 10, 9 minus 15, and 11 minus 22. What am I going to have? I'm gonna have minus 5, minus 6, and minus 11. This is the answer of this example. Here we are going to learn how to multiply a number by a matrix. It's really simple. You just need to multiply the number to every element inside the matrix. Let's solve the first example. This 3, when we do not have any operation symbol, it means it is going to multiply to this matrix. You can have dot or you can have multiplication sign. There is no difference. This 3 must be multiplied to every single element or member inside the matrix. What we are going to have? We are going to have 3 times 4 for the first row and first column, 3 times 6, 3 times 8, and 3 times 9. If I simplify that, I'm going to have 3 times 4 will be 12, 18, 24, and 27. Really simple. Here we want to multiply minus 1 over 2 to this matrix, and it must be multiplied by all of the elements inside this. So what am I going to have? I'm going to write it in one step. 10 times minus 1 over 2. 10 will be simplified by 2, and I'm going to have minus 5. For the next one, I'm going to have minus 8. And for the third one, I'm going to have minus 9. Here, 3 is multiplying by this matrix. So it must be multiplied by each single element inside this matrix. What am I going to have? 3 times 4 is going to be 12. 3 times 6 is going to be 18, 30, 24, 27, and consequently 36. Here we have another example, which is mixture of multiplying a number to a matrix and subtraction of a matrix. According to the order of operation, we must take care of multiplication first. Then we can do the addition or subtraction. I do not know if you remember this or not. We had an abbreviation for that, PEMDAS. Okay, let's start with the first one. I'm going to multiply these to each single element. What am I going to have? I'm going to have 6, 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 5, 15, 3, minus 4 times 2, 8, 4, 8, and 2. And now we need to subtract corresponding elements. 6 minus 8, it's going to be minus 2. 9 minus 4, it's going to be 5. 15 minus 8 is going to be 7. 3 minus 2 is going to be 1. And this is the answer of this example. Here we have another example. First, we must take care of this multiplication, and this one must be multiplied to all of the elements. What am I going to have? I'm not going to change the first matrix. I'm going to have 5, 9, 11 as the member of this foreign matrix. For the next one, 2 must be multiplied to each element. So 2 times 2 is going to be 4, 8, 2. And if we add them, what we are going to have? 5 plus 4 is going to be 9. 9 plus 8 is going to be 17. And 11 plus 2 is going to be 13. This is the answer of this example. Here you can find more examples, and I strongly suggest you to solve it at home. If you have any question or if you wanted to share your answer, please feel free and write it in the comment box. I will try to answer it as soon as it was possible for me. Thank you for watching this video.